time now, Zambia and FNB in Zambia, more specifically, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Zambia Credit Guarantee Scheme, the ZCGS. This is to establish an initiative aimed at enhancing access to finance for micro, small and medium enterprises around the country. Now, the aim of this initiative is not only to strengthen financial inclusion, but also to foster a stronger culture of entrepreneurship, and this particularly among the youth and women-led businesses. For more on this, we joined on the line this afternoon by the CEO of FNB Zambia, Ms. Kapumpe Chola. A very good afternoon to you, ma'am. Welcome to Africa in Business.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to all your listeners.
So which specific sectors or perhaps regions are being prioritized under this scheme? And why was it important for you to actually put a scheme of this nature in place?
Okay, so this program really covers all the productive sectors of the economy, so they're all eligible for support. And in terms of regions, it has a countrywide reach. So the initiative actually also places emphasis on youth and women-led businesses, but all the sectors really that can stimulate local production and job creation. So these include areas such as agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, and green energy and sustainability-focused enterprises. Now, for us, it's key to be part of this program because it's something that's been run and led from government through the ZCGS, the Zambia Credit Guarantee Scheme. Because we're a key player in this market, we do know and understand that MSMEs are really a key lever for growth for the economy.
We understand the various focus on youth and women-led businesses, that it's open to all sectors. But apart from this, are there any other eligibility criteria? For example, do they need to have been in business for a certain period of time?
No, so not really, hey. So, I mean, some of the criteria that will apply is really any viable business model that an MSME has. They really must demonstrate that it is viable, it is sustainable, there is potential for growth and for profitability. For those MSMEs that are also looking to grow but have inadequate collateral, the scheme specifically targets businesses that are creditworthy but lack sufficient collateral to secure traditional loans. So it really is quite broad-based from that perspective. We're really looking to support this sector as broadly as possible.
And what type of loans will be offered through this arrangement, and how will FNB share the risk with ZCGS?
Okay, so it really is all types of loans. So it's short-term working capital facility types. It's also term loans. But if just to be a little more specific, so you have working capital loans that intend to support day-to-day operations, such as inventory purchases. You have asset financing loans for acquiring equipment, machinery, vehicles, and anything that may be needed for any equipment that may be needed for business expansion. You have loans for expansion, for scaling up operations, entering new markets, or just increasing production capacity. We'll also do loans in agriculture, so much more for sort of the smallholder farmers and agribusinesses to help them cover the cost of their inputs for irrigation. With climate action now, we're trying to make sure that they're ready for those onsets of drought or any other adverse weather conditions. But also, along the lines of green loans, which I touched on a little bit earlier, those businesses that are investing in renewable energy solutions or energy efficient technologies.
Now, we do understand that money solves a lot of problems, but it certainly doesn't solve all of them. And I wonder what type of aftercare and support systems will be put in place in order to support the MSMEs and gear them for success. What other tools and skills will be added to their toolbox?
Okay. No, so you're quite right. I mean, there will be programs put in place to support the MSMEs, to help them build capacity within their operations. So these will include activities like coaching and working through development partners who offer training in financial literacy and record keeping, business planning, and management, marketing of product and customer engagement. There's also the compliance and regulatory awareness that a lot of the MSMEs would struggle with typically, and also helping to create financial linkages, because that is something that we also do quite well at FNB. But I think coupled with this is some of the what we call customer value proposition that we have been already put in place as FNB to support the MSMEs. So working even with audit firms and helping and having them really provide discounted rates to support the MSMEs in preparing the financials and activities like that.
And how are you going to track the usage of the finance as well as the impact that it's actually going to have on these businesses?
So, I mean, we as a bank, obviously, we do have loan programs, products on offer already. So, I mean, similar to how and what we do in providing support to our existing clients and in tracking performance, we would look at loan performance monitoring. We would look at how, you know, the behavior of those products, loan utilization, the business performance of the MSMEs over time. And then looking at those that are looking, they're tracking well in growth, looking and creating opportunities for them to perhaps even finance more activity and finance a bit more of their growth. So we'll be closely monitoring, as we do already in our existing portfolio. Because again, the nature of the program is that these are clients that we would take through a credit vetting process. So then we work with the Zambia Credit Guarantee Scheme to ensure that they provide then that backing of any of these facilities that may go into default and support the bank through that process.
Ms. Kapumpe Chola, we thank you so much for your time and all the best with the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. She's CEO of FNB Zambia and takes us to exactly 4:30 p.m. Central African time as we head over now to the markets desk where Thabiso Lehoko is standing by with your latest market indicators.